Welcome to another episode of the Sleep Q&A part of my YouTube channel. So in these videos, what I do is I take a question from my community that come up quite frequently and discuss it with you and really help you to be able to untangle this big picture of sleep and sleep problems so you can develop good quality sleep consistently for many years to come. So today we are going to be answering a question which goes something like this. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't fall back into sleep, should I be waking up and getting out of bed, or should I be staying in bed and wait for sleep to come? There are versions of this question that I get over either my talks or the clients that I work with. So this particular one, I'll break it down a little bit, but there could be many different reasons why you are waking up the first time in the middle of the night. And if you're looking to sort of figure out what those might be, then check out the previous video from this week where I really look at those different sleep triggers that you might experience in the middle of the night. So every week we follow up a question from the main topic, and that will help us to really build that kind of picture for you. So those of you who are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Come say hello again. I always love to hear from you. Those of you who have not actually come across any of my videos before, then I'm just going to introduce myself to you. My name is Beatrix Schmidt. I'm a sleep coach, a professional speaker, and the creator of the Sleep Skills for Life membership program, which is basically helping professionals like you who struggle with sleep problems to go from struggling all the way to developing really great quality sleep consistently. And hence the topic, it's all about practical skills. I don't do any of the hacks and the quick fixes and things like that. I actually help clients to build a plan that works for them for many years to come. So if you're interested in that, you can find the link below and come over and let's have a talk about how I can support you. Within the work that I do, it's very much practical. So I help people to develop that plan and answer any questions that they have, because there's so many different misconceptions about sleep. So that's that. The last bit is make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell so I can notify you when a new video comes out. And feel free to like the video and share it with someone else, because I know many professionals like you struggle with sleep problems. This is not a standalone problem. It's increasingly a problem for a lot of different people, just like it was for me in my mid-20s when I struggled with insomnia as well. So I know how it feels. Right, now that we've done that, let's go back into answering that question. So when it comes to nighttime disturbances, I know that it's quite a common suggestion that you should be getting out of bed in the middle of the night if you can't fall back into sleep within a certain amount of time, and that varies depending on the article. So my take on this comes from more of that practical approach that I have. And the first thing that I wanted to say is that it depends on what that dynamic is. Please do not stay in bed if you have, let's say, a full-on anxiety attack. Please don't stay in bed if you're maybe struggle to breathe. There is certain extent of the problem, which means that my answer might not relate to you. Hence why it's important to make sure that you seek the appropriate assessment, like I always say in my videos. So we're not looking at any of those extreme ones. We're looking at more of a general uncomfortable feeling, tossing and turning in bed, and what you should do about it. So it's really important not to put this in place if it is not relating to you. And I've seen that before, when the wrong advice was put in place and it caused more problems. So now that we covered that, at what point do you actually get out of bed? I guess this is more of a question. What I suggest to my clients is that providing you can remain calm, it's better to stay in bed. because what you don't want to train your body to do is to get you out of bed, which means you are going to become fully awake again. And that means it's going to be harder to fall back into sleep again. So providing there is none of these super extreme emotions that are happening in the night, I always say to clients, stay in bed, learn to relax, because when you're learning to relax, your body gets used to the fact that the bed is for sleep, bracket intimacy, and it's able to actually train the body and the mind to be okay relaxing first before sleep happens and will come to you. The reason I say this advice a lot of the times for my previous clients and the people that I work with is that we live in a world where it's very fast moving and we're always switching, we're always changing, we're always getting distracted, there's always something happening. Now the body lives that way during the day, which means often when we actually have quiet around us, hence in bed, our body and the mind doesn't really know what to do with that. And that's often one of the reasons why people wake up in the middle of the night, is that the body isn't used to relaxing for such a long period of time in one place. So, and staying in bed and relaxing is actually going to help to train the body and the mind to be okay with that first. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be super comfortable first, but if you can let go of the frustration, if you can actually learn to get through at the other end, meaning relax through it, that will help you to retrain the body and the mind to know what the bed is for, which means sleep and intimacy. Those are the only two things. And a lot of the times with clients who used to, in the past, get out of bed, what they ended up doing is doing something else. So they might have taken their phone out and started looking at social media, or they were reading a book, or they were playing a game. Now, if you're telling your mind that it's okay to do other things in the middle of the night, guess what it's going to do? It's always going to look for something else to do in the middle of the night rather than commit to sleep. And learn that the purpose of the night is sleep, and obviously the bed stands for sleep and intimacy only, not for all these other things in the middle of the night. But unfortunately, socially, we have gotten used to doing all these different things in the middle of the night. Again, that's why I don't recommend it. There are phases with this, so if you become super frustrated about it, then that's not the first step, but you have to practice that during your daytime, sitting quietly in a place without disruptions. That's a pre-training to be able to apply it in the middle of the night. So it depends on where you are on that scale. I understand that maybe sort of not fully resting in the middle of the night can be challenging, but I would still ask you not to get out of bed. Just relax, both physically, mentally, and emotionally, just like I mentioned in the previous video this week. Those sleep triggers, if you can rest through and relax through these different things, and the body will learn to calm itself down again, physically, mentally, and emotionally, you will have a much higher chance of falling back into sleep, and within a short period of time as well. So think about training relaxation. This is kind of a longer version of the answer, but I wanted to look at some of these different things because over the years I've had many different clients from many different sort of scales when it comes to this problem of getting out of bed, but it's about enabling the body to stay relaxed in bed so that it can fall back into sleep again. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped. Feel free to ask me any questions, link to this, anything like that, any of the experiences you might have had with this part of sort of sleep problems. And make sure that, like I said, you subscribe and hit that little bell so I can keep supporting you with more of these practical self-awareness and plan building videos. This isn't about hacks. It's about training and enabling the body to be able to sleep through the night consistently and know how to do that, rather than just climb into bed and then fingers crossed and let's see what happens, right? You want to actually know how it happens, and you know how to make it happen.